So there needs to be a phrase for it. I'm going to call it video escalation, or something along that lines. But essentially, there is a expert section here on this trail, which actually starts right after the 12-ton bridge crossing and goes down into this gully and goes underneath the super sport bridge, for lack of a better term. And not only have I never done it, I've never even considered it, nor have I even looked at it, but you know, we're here and we got the video going, and I'm like, well, I'll be damned. I broke my video mount, so I can't get, you know, first person footage. So I'm like, well, we need more footage, so I'm gonna do this. And so I just want to give you a glimpse of what I'm about to do, because it's kind of outside my skill set, but I want to try it for you guys. So again, it comes down off the main trail, cuts through here, has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rock drops, goes under the sport bridge, which I'm gonna walk on, even though it terrifies me, cuts down through this gully, and eventually comes back in. But like I said, never done it before, so we'll see how this goes.
Hey there, Dirt Crew. Today we're doing another viewer-requested ride and review, this time at Vulture's Knob in Wooster, Ohio. This trail system is about 30 miles southwest of Akron, and Vulture's Knob is a pretty well-known destination trail, which, during normal years, has a full race schedule, including night races, 24-hour races, Xterra trail run races, and adventure races. The Knob is considered the most unusual technical single track in Northeast Ohio, with small painted signs that give you an indication of what to expect around each turn, with names such as Rock Tunnel, Fern Gully, oh shit! The Cradle, Friar Brian's Forest, Ant City, and well, you get the idea. The trail itself was, as ridden today, is about 8 miles, but I'm going to tell you, these 8 miles, they're going to feel more like 20 miles anywhere else, and I'm going to have some scars to take home to prove that. Now I want to cover a couple of things right away to clear up some potential questions that I feel will invariably come up. There's something about this trail that it just doesn't want to get filmed properly. We came out on a Saturday of Labor Day weekend to film, and it turns out we, aka I, forgot our chest mount at home for the GoPro. So in an attempt to salvage a day of filming, I mounted the GoPro to the very front of my helmet. Now, let me tell you, if you ever decide that you're going to put a GoPro in the middle of your vision, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a wise choice, as you'll see the evidence for that later in this video. Now, additionally, I'm also going to put this out there that this video does include a couple of crashes. Now, I've never claimed to be a professional anything when it comes to mountain biking. And while I've ridden this trail about 20 times, there are many things that I've always either skipped or simply didn't know about them until I took a more critical look at the trail from a content perspective. This put me in a mindset where I felt like I had to try everything. And as you'll see, with some pretty disastrous results. Now this video is going to be a little bit different from our normal format, as if I wanted to cover all of the interesting features of the trail, well, it would be a 30-minute long video just following the trail. So I'm going to do this a little bit more like a montage, as there's some additional content that I'm going to want to focus on later, and I feel like this is already going to be a long one. trail though?
Bump, bump. First time. And that's where it gets you.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Well, that sucked. Yeah. Took the wrong line. This thing's always more intimidating than it should be. Well, I think that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Hey there, Dirt Crew. So we're doing the dreaded walk of shame. So as you might have seen, depending on where we're at on the video, it's doing one of the harder climbs. And my derailleur decided it no longer wanted to be attached to my bike. So lucky for me, I've got a rather good preparedness. I have a good multi-tool that's got a chain tool on it, so I was able to take my chain off. I'm just walking it back, and I wanted to show you, I have probably ridden this trail 25 times, just a guess. And the trail itself comes up over that ridge, cuts through here, continues on towards Rock Gully. But something I didn't notice is that there's an optional line that cuts to the left here. And I know there's going to be some GoPro effect. It's going to happen no matter what. But hitting that at speed, it's about a 6 or 7 foot drop into a, fairly soft, loomy landing. So really well designed, really well developed. There's this access road, I'll do it this way. This access road that I've been walking shamefully back up because I'm trying to get back to the parking lot. And I noticed not only is there that, it continues on over 2 gnarly rocks into about a 40-foot descent at about a 45% grade, which is no joke. So initially I was gonna rate this trail, and you know, Emily's has some challenges on it. It's just an extremely technical trail. So, you know, she had said it's a 5 out of 5 on difficulty. And I'm like, well, the actual trail itself, it's like a 3.5. And then all of the optional features directly on the trail. Some of them are more challenging than others, but overall like a 4.5 maybe. Seeing this though, if we rate this trail holistically, now I know some people might be saying, oh, Mohican or Seven Springs or Pacific Northwest, but for what is designed as strictly a mountain bike trail, not a downhill park, and is within 100 miles of Cleveland, this is your 5 out of 5. Is all of the optional lines at Vulture's Knob.
Now I know this format's been a little bit different, and hopefully you didn't just skip to this part, but even if you did, take a minute to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us in delivering this content on a weekly basis. Now let's move on to the dirty scale, which rates a trail from 1 to 5 and 5 key metrics to determine how fun a trail is based off a person's individual riding preferences. And being lower on the scale is not necessarily a bad thing, such as difficulty, as an experienced or newer rider may prefer an easier or moderate trail to practice and refine their techniques without getting frustrated or putting themselves at risk on a more difficult trail. But that being said, as usual, we're going to start with difficulty, or how challenging the trail is, and what the minimum and maximum skill levels to ride all the features of this trail. Well, as you saw, this trail broke me a little bit, and it certainly broke my bike. But I'll tell you, I definitely asked for it. This trail is your local 5 out of 5. I've seen a lot of posts saying how this trail's too difficult, and honestly, for some, it might be. Part of why we do this series is to direct people to the right trail for their skill level, and honestly, with all of the optional lines, I may be out of my depth here. But I'm willing and ready to improve. I'm willing to put in the pedal strokes after I get a new derailleur. Well, next is ingenuity, or how well did this trail build around the natural terrain and geology? Does it have unique features? And what sets it apart from other trails? Here we give this trail a 4.5 out of 5. This trail system is incredibly unique and stands head and shoulders above the other trails from a personality and memorability standpoint. This trail is number 2 on MTB Project in all of Ohio for a reason, and it's due to it being so different than what we normally have to ride. Now, rideability, or the feel and flow of the trail. Well, it says something about a trail when the lowest rating it's gonna get is a 3.5, which is actually still above average. This trail rides extremely fast, but don't get comfortable. With difficult features and surprises around every turn, and frankly a complete lack of sympathy, this trail does not apologize for what it is. The better you get, the faster and flowier this trail is, since you can burn right through those challenges. But for us at our current skill level, we've got some room to improve. Now, from what you've seen, it should not surprise you that for trail features or the variety and amount of skill challenges along the trail system, this one gets a 5 out of 5. And I completely admit that I am biased here. This is the trail system that I learned how to do doubles on, my first jump. The cradle, which I hit no less than 10 times per ride. And today surprised me with the discovery of even more trails that I never knew existed. There's nothing else that this trail could safely have, and for that, it receives our highest marks. Now lastly, for yielding, or how well known a trail is, how much you need to stop, and encountering other people on the trail, we give this a 4 out of 5. If you've been around mountain biking for more than a few months, you've heard someone talking about, or more likely complaining about, the knob. However, I will meet and see people from out of state here, and it's extremely well known. But don't let that fool you. Once you get going, you've got a good hour of trail time to yourself. The features are pretty densely packed, but the trail system flows very well, albeit requiring some seriously punishing climbs. It's pretty much a secret that was let out a little bit too long ago, and sometimes you end up with a pretty busy parking lot. But if you go during a weekday or really early in the morning, then you get the full experience without any sort of distraction. Now overall, I'm once again going to acknowledge my bias here, but this trail system, it's our personal 5 out of 5. The first time we've given this score to any trail. In fact, no other trail has received a 5 out of 5 in any of the categories, let alone overall. While this trail beat me up today, I knew it was going to do that, and it has me excited to come back and go for round 2. I got a chance to meet several of the land managers and the trail monitors during our visit, and hearing their passion about the land makes me connect to it just that much more. This is my home trail system, even though it's over an hour away. And if I had to pick one trail that has just a little bit of everything, that challenges me every time, that never gets boring, that always brings a smile to my face, it's gonna be Vulture's Knob. Thank you for watching, and let's go get dirty.
There should be a 1 person limit.